PR Connections Radio presents.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III, and I am your host, Jesse Oakley III. And the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is to interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in their communities, whether they're authors, entertainers, speakers, animal rescue people, or anywhere else. You'll hear from them first on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And today, we got ourselves a wonderful episode for you. Now, I happen to be looking high and looking low for many people that are making big differences in their community. And there's one fellow person that hit me to, someone that is here today that is doing work on animal rescue. And I figured, positive people, animal rescue, this is going to be a great combination. And you're in luck, happy people, because we have the person right here when we're going to talk about the wonders of animal rescue, how she got started, the purpose, the whole everything. And please help me welcome Simone Nash. Simone, how's it going?
Hey, Jesse, I'm doing great. Thanks for your invitation.
All right. And without any further delay, let's chat. Okay. All right. The first question I have for you is, how did you get your start in animal rescue?
Well, I was in my early teens and in Melbourne, Australia, and my mother took in a local stray cat. Had been hanging around our front door for a little while, and she opened the door and just let the cat in, and the cat became part of our family. So that was the very beginning of my experiences with animal rescue. And later on, when I started working full-time, I started to do my own rescues. I wasn't really going out looking for animals to rescue. I kind of just met these different animals just through daily life. And I just couldn't leave them. They were in such dire circumstances. And so I just started rescuing with a couple of cats, a very big dog, and just went from there.
Oh my, and you said you had your business started in a long while, and just you told us how you got started. Now, what was the drive? What was the actual force that actually made you want to get more involved in animal rescue?
Well, I think I just have a very soft spot for animals. They're so cute and lovely, and they've just got such lovely personalities, or most of them do. And I've just always loved animals. And, once I started working, I had my own resources and time to start doing my own rescues. And it just felt so good, like just the feeling throughout my entire body, my mind, my heart, my soul. Is so enriching to have the power, the ability to help another living being.
I tell you, that just gets my heart going right here. And this is as good as advertised, hi people, about the wonders of animal rescue. Now, with the animal rescue, I'm sure that you have certain challenges when it comes to your business with animal rescue. Could you describe some of the challenges that you face when it comes to animal rescue?
Well, yes, some of the challenges include sometimes I'm just out driving around somewhere, going from point A to point B, and I see an animal in need just on the side of the road, or even sometimes in the middle of the road. And in the past, I wasn't always prepared. So what I mean by prepared is have a cage or some equipment to capture the animal, leashes of different types, even a stick with a hoop around it, but the front of it, so I could, try and catch an animal from a distance. all that kind of equipment. But I have all of that now, always in my car. And one of the most challenging rescues I've done is when it was pouring rain, and I saw this very weak dog in the middle of a very busy road. I feeling that this dog might not have eaten for quite a while, and seems like he was a bit disoriented. So I parked my car, got out, and got some equipment with me, and just tried to follow the dog. Once the dog got the feeling that I was onto him, he started to run away or walk away. And so that rescue took me about 2 hours. I just kept following him. Of course, I was getting further and further away from my car, but I was determined to help this animal because the question I ask myself usually is, if I don't rescue this animal right now, is that animal going to possibly die? And, in that case, it was a definite yes. So I persisted. 2 hours later, I had the dog on my leash, and we just walked very slowly back to my car. And after that, I took him straight to the hospital. That dog lived with me for about 14 years and then just passed away in his sleep from old age. So that was very challenging, also one of the most satisfying experiences I've had.
Wow. Just to go to show you that when you rescue somebody, when you rescue a soul, you give that soul a chance. And that was a wonderful story about the joys and benefits of animal rescue in this challenges. Now, this is going to be very interesting, and this is, if it may offer you an opportunity to share another story, but what is your best moment when it comes to animal rescue?
The best moment is when I take I rescue an animal that's in very serious a health situation, maybe even an animal that's been injured either by humans or another animal, maybe even hit by a car. And then I have the ability to nurse that animal, that dog or cat, back to health. These are the best moments in my entire life, and really, in my own rescue sanctuary here in Taiwan, almost all of my animals, dogs and cats, were rescued in a very terrible situation, and they're all being, nursed back to health. I do have a few dogs that have cancer, and just through research online, I found a wonderful woman on Facebook who discovered a remedy, a non-traditional remedy, not chemotherapy, anything like that. And just 2 pills combined at a certain dose and frequency is able to put an animal pretty much into remission. So I would say the best thing in my life right now is the fact that I'm able to keep several dogs that have cancer not only alive but thriving. So they act like nothing's happened, but their bodies are actually fighting cancer, and I'm fighting that cancer right alongside them.
I tell you what, if you're a fighter and the animals are fighters, and no matter what happens, it goes to show you that you and the animals may be fighting, but also are champions in the long run. So hearing stories like that definitely makes my heart happy. Yeah. All right, the next question I have for you is: speaking of making my heart happy, there is somebody out there hearing your story that is inspired, and their hearts are happy as well. and they want to do what you're doing when it comes to animal rescue. If you have a chance to, or you give advice to someone who wants to be in your shoes, what advice would you give them?
I would say, don't be overwhelmed by the whole idea of rescuing animals. You could just rescue one animal. And yes, you've only helped one animal, but to that animal, you are everything. And a really great example is one of my fellow Toastmasters in Taiwan. She rescued a dog off a street, a very lovely black dog. And she nursed the dog back to health. And she originally posted on Facebook looking for potential adopters. But I guess it's not easy to find adopters for an adult dog. And so she decided to keep the dog. And now she's always posting this dog as part of her family, and it's just so lovely and heartwarming to see. So she rescued one animal, and, it's just paying it forward both ways. It's wonderful.
That is definitely a wonderful experience. And where could people go to know more about what you do as animal rescue? Is there a website? Is there a group that one could be a part of? What could actually get started or know more about animal rescue?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter where people live, there's always going to be public or private animal shelters. And there are quite a few, there are animal rescue organizations everywhere in every country, I believe, and especially where you are in the US. So I would say get online and just look up animal rescue or animal shelter. These organizations, big and small, always need help, whether it's hands-on volunteer hours or donating blankets or maybe even become a monthly donor. That's the other thing. If you're not ready for hands-on activities, you could become a regular donor for a well-deserving animal rescue organization. So I would say there's, anybody could do something.
I tell you what, you hit the nail right on the head. And if for all the people out there, whether you're in Taiwan, the United States, Australia, or anywhere or all over the world, go online, look up animal rescue, and look up for a place that is near you. You may make a difference in one animal, and one animal will be so grateful and so thankful that there are human hands and human hearts that are willing to help that animal out. Really appreciate that. Now, the next section of this interview is shout out time. It just gives you a chance to thank everyone that's involved in your journey with animals rescue. If you can give a shout out to as many people as you can, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Well, somebody that probably some of your audience know, Julie Murphy. Let me give her a shout out first from Southern California. Julie and I are really great friends because we have so much in common, not only Toastmasters, but also the love of animals. And, I've been, I guess, in some way, part of Julie's animal rescue journey as well. I think it was a couple of years ago, she rescued a very old and elderly black cat. And, I've been hearing about it, seeing all the photos, every step of the journey. And I know she loves animals. We're chatting every day about animals and Toastmasters. And her husband, Sean, just got such big hearts. And, it's just wonderful.
I tell you what, Julie Murphy is truly amazing, and she is, in my opinion, a rock star in what she does. And sharing her work about animal rescue, it even makes her a bigger rock star, just like yourself, Simone.
Oh, definitely. Julie and her husband, Sean, they are absolute animal rescue rock stars, for sure.
No doubt about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're coming to the end of this interview, and there's one question I have for you. And this question is addressed to my group, my people, my audience, and my fans that are known as the happy people. And they always love the words of wisdom from my guests that they like to share with all the happy people. Now, if you're looking at the happy people right now, my group, my people, and if you could give them the wise words of wisdom, what would it be?
I would say, always remember to be kind, whether it's to animals or to people. Give people the benefit of the doubt. You never know what's happening in someone's day. So I always just try to keep an open heart, an open mind. And I encourage everybody to try to do the same. So if you're, like I said, if you're able to contribute to some kind of animal rescue, that's wonderful. Or, of course, a lot of humans need help as well. So whatever it is, find what you would like to do and just reach out and help somebody or an animal as well.
And a candle loses nothing when it lights another.
Absolutely.
That is definitely true. And on behalf of all the happy people that are watching this episode, I want to thank you for taking the time out to be on the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III, Simone. Really appreciate your time and your short stories and your experience and words of wisdom for not only myself, but also the happy people that are watching this episode.
Thank you very much, Jesse.
All right, and this concludes this episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. If you want more of the positive words of wisdom of happy people, fear not, because I just created a new YouTube channel called Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. And if you're able to type in Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III on YouTube, you'll see past episodes that I've done from positive people that are always making big differences in the community. And for the next episode of Sunday Morning Chat Series on PR Connections, tune in every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I have another positive person making big differences in the communities. On behalf of all the high people that are watching all over the world, this is Jesse Oakley III speaking. And until next time, you take care, happy people, and have a good day. Bye.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.